So ignore the tiny glasses because I lost mine last weekend. We're going to look at the stock market and whether or not you should buy the dip. Traders, my name is Hunter. This is Hunter FX. I'm going to jump right into it. I'm not going to go into all of this pre-talking stuff. We're just going to start looking at it, and I don't have anything prepared, so let's just do this live. So basically, what we're all wondering is, when is the stock market going to come back, and is it going to come back? And I'm going to be looking at this as a TA perspective. I'm not going to be looking at fundamentals at all. I'm only looking at the Nasdaq and the NQ, or the NQ and the S&P, and how we can basically determine when we're going to want to buy it and our advantages here now that has dumped. So assuming that you don't have anything in the stock market already, that's good. You don't care that it's dumped, right? If you do have something in the stock market, I'm going to tell you right now, and there's tons of other videos that on YouTube here that are going to tell you, don't sell your positions. It's going to come back. Just keep averaging as we go down. That's a simple, normie way to do it. We're going to do it like a trader. So your first bet is to look at these major zones and try to buy up just past the major wick here. I've drawn one, and you basically just put an order right at the major zone there, because we do know that there's a lot of buying power at that zone already because it bounced there once before. The next zone is going to be all the way down here, and the next one right here. So as we continue to drop down, and we can look at this on the S&P also, it looks the exact same there and there. It doesn't matter where you want to draw. I'm just going to look at the Nasdaq for this example. I prefer it. So as we drop down, you're just going to want to place buy orders there, and this is assuming you're just buying spot into the NQ or the S&P, and you're not going to have the option of being liquidated, right? Now, if we are traders, how are we going to take advantage of this? Well, the first thing I wanted to look at was, we normally, with Hunter FX, I talk on my stream there, and I do a stream every Monday to Thursday on the New York Open, so please check that out. Hit the subscribe button so that you can join in on that, and you're going to have the bell notification, because it's right around 6 a.m., but the time changes each time a little bit. So I talk a lot on my stream about kind of this bottoming pattern there, where we sweep the lows and then we break the level that's bringing us to the highs. And now I've looked at the Nasdaq and the S&P, and so that you don't have to, this pattern doesn't exist. It doesn't really exist. I assume you could be like, okay, this is the level here, and it's swept below and it's broken it up here, and then this is going to be when we assume that we're now in the bull market, right? When that breaks, and that is a good indication, right? That's basically what I've drawn there. But the problem is, you're basically buying all the way up at these highs here. So what do we do? What do we do if we actually want to trade this? And what I'm going to tell you, you do want to trade this. You don't want to just ignore it, because now that we've created all this room, it's going to be a lot easier to trade the NQ, because I found the method that I use has about 70% hit rate when going long in a bull trend in the NQ, whereas it's only got about 50% hit rate in a regular pair like the Euro USD or something like this. So I've looked at all of these previous dips, and they basically just go down and back up like a V shape, right? Like this, they just V bottom every single time. And it's very hard to find this manipulation pattern where we're going to sweep the lows right here again every single time. And that's probably what's going to happen here. And as you can see, if we zoom into the 1 hour here, as you can see, it's basically V-bottoming here. Mind you, we might come down and test these areas down here, right? But what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to zoom in on an even lower time frame. And as you can see, this is kind of the pattern. in the reverse direction. So this would not be a good time to buy because we've swept those highs and we've broken back down. So I fully expect we come back down here. Now if we do sweep these lows here and then back up, that's going to be a great indication, and then you're going to want to look for buys. So the thing I did notice is if you do zoom in to the 15-minute time frame, you are going to see this pattern much more often, and it's going to look something a little bit different than it looks like in the currency pairs, but you can really find something okay. So once we have established a base at this price range here, get this cat out of there. I told you I'm doing this all in one go here. Maybe I might have to edit a couple things in and out, but so after we've established this base, and you can see it right here too. These are sweeps. Let me draw that better. What the hell? There we go. No. Okay, this is a sweep of this level here. You see that breaks below, and then we start breaking back up. So this is what we got to do. We got to find this bottoming pattern somewhere, probably on one of these major purple lines, and you can draw them however you want. You can find zones with supply and demand. You can find zones just as support, turn, resistance, whatever you want. Any zone, any line that you think it could bounce off of. So now we've broken this level and we've come back up. So now we can start looking for longs. So now that we're on the 15-minute, we're going to be really able to take advantage of this. So what would you do then? Well, we'd wait for another little pattern like that. You could start looking for longs. You wouldn't want to long here. You could long on the retest, or you could wait for another one of these patterns even further down, right? And here's an example. So you got this low here, we swept below it, and then we've broken back up here, right? So this would be your entry point if you missed the first point. This would be your entry right there. And this is how you're going to want to play it. You could target whatever, right? Now that we're coming back down, that trade you might have taken your profits probably at this right there. They front run it a little bit. But if you're smart, you'd be watching that and you would get out, which I assume most of my viewers are pretty smart. You guys are educated guys. I'm targeting towards intermediate traders. I'm not looking for the beginners here. If you're a beginner, there's plenty of other beginner stuff elsewhere. This isn't the channel for you. This is the channel where I teach and help intermediate traders to become a little bit more intermediate. And then together we can become advanced. Alright, so here's another little example. Little pullback, break below here. These are the things you're looking for. Break below and then break above. Here would be another entry. And you're going to only want, you only long. We're not shorting the S&P, we're not shorting the Nasdaq. I know it's in a downtrend. Do not do it. Do not do it. Right, so that's a 2-hour trade. Some of these trades will go on for a long time at this point. So what's going to happen now that you're watching it here? I know it's great to look back. What I was saying is you could get a major one here, and then that would be a good sign that we could be reversing and going all the way back up. I know the government has been screwing with us. I know it's mass manipulation, and it will blow over eventually. But once we find these bottomings, we're going to start looking for these, right? Let me draw a line. This, sorry, wrong way. Like this, and then we enter, right? And then your stop is below, and then you're just going to long all the way up. It's very easy to catch longs in the stock market. That's why I'm making it so simple for you guys. You just look for the manipulation and the break back up. Don't have to do anything else. It's that simple. If you like my content, click the Discord link. I do streams every Monday to Thursday. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, whatever. You guys know it. See you guys next week.